Corn.
Ooh,
The employee was called an N-word for dating his daughter. Yikes.
Wow.
That's heavy duty.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Roger, for sending along the brand new Lindy Korn ad. But you see what I mean? She's got the blue hair, doused it in Kool-Aid. Lindy Korn. She ain't screwing around. I don't know how old she is. She's probably in her late 70s.
She looks tired.
Early 8. Well, she's out there fighting the world's injustices. That would make anyone tired.
She ain't got
Right, downtown Buffalo. Her office is in the Electric Tower.
Oh.
The law office of Lindy Korn.
God, I wish when I was out that way, I wish I would have seen a commercial.
You think that woman looks old? Come on. She's got lavender nails. She's got young, vibrant blue hair. And not in the old lady way. Accidental. Underneath, you can see, the gray hair. But she's got the Kool-Aid blue hair. What's the blue Kool-Aid? Well, it's not Ecto Cooler. That's green. What's the blue Kool-Aid? Wasn't there like some kids cartoon tie-in or something?
I don't remember.
N-word by his boss for dating his daughter, and when he filed a complaint, he was terminated. Does this sound familiar? If so, call the law office of Lindy Korn.
Wow. I don't know what kind of, how do I put this? I don't know how race relations are in Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo.
What's happening? Am I having a stroke?
Are you okay?
I went from 21th
to Buffalo.
Buffalo. I don't know how race relations are in Buffalo, New York, but I would imagine they're probably similar to Cleveland. Buffalo is a pretty racially diverse city, or am I getting that completely wrong? But she goes, does this sound familiar to you? Were you called the N-word because you were dating someone's daughter? I mean, this is America, so that could be
anywhere,
familiar to anybody, anywhere. But thank you, Roger, for sending along the new Lindy Korn ad while I'm thinking of Buffalo. Do appreciate it. Now, speaking of litigation, East Cleveland, Ohio. These people found themselves on the receiving end of a scam. Did you see this?
I didn't see this.
Two brothers in Northeast Ohio, one claiming to be a prince. I don't know who's running the show over in East Cleveland. Didn't they have a mayor or something who was just like some dude off the street that had a good enough relationship with the community where they made him the mayor, but then he was constantly getting into trouble? Two Northeast Ohio brothers, one claiming to be a prince, scammed several people out of $10 million. Zubair Abdur Razik Al Zubair claimed to be a prince. I mean, he's got the name for it.
Yep.
You get enough mush-brained dummies around you, and they're going to believe that you got something going on. His 30-year-old brother, Muzamil Muhammad Al Zubair, claimed to be a hedge fund manager. They're both from East Cleveland. And they were the international economic advisors to the city of East Cleveland. Why does the city, with all due respect, why does the city of East Cleveland need any international economic advisors? Maybe focus on the domestic economic advisors. Anyway, fraud, money laundering, the whole bit.
This is how we're going to turn this city around. We're going to be back on top in no time thanks to this prince.
Yeah, they had a whole scam running there.
Sounds like a movie, The Prince of East Cleveland.
Claimed to be a hedge fund manager. Both are natives of East Cleveland, and on their business website, Dubai Bridge Investments, state they are international economic advisors to the city of East Cleveland and the mayor. Well, they face a 22-count indictment accusing them of multiple fraud and money laundering schemes, bilking people out of as much as $10 million. According to the indictment, Al Zubair claimed to be married to a princess and a member of a royal family in the United Arab Emirates, where he lived from 2008 to 2020. He often used the term His Excellency in correspondence. The indictment says his brother's only education on hedge funds was from watching YouTube videos.
There you
course.
go.
Federal
Yeah, his
prosecutors
only
say the
education
men
in hedge
used at
funds
least
was
2 women
watching
to
YouTube
make false
videos.
investments.
I love
They
it.
allegedly used
You
the
know, when
money
I'm over
to
there,
buy
they call
private
me
jets,
His Excellency.
luxury travel,
They
lavish
engaged
hotel
in
stays,
multiple
entertainment,
investment
shopping,
fraud,
jewelry, dozens
real
of
estate
firearms
fraud,
and other items.
crypto fraud, which I realize is
Between
redundant.
July 2021 and May
COVID
2022,
relief fund schemes.
prosecutors say
Boy,
the
these
brothers
guys
claimed
checked
to control
every
Neela Park,
box of
the
how to scam
headquarters of
people.
GE Lighting in
I mean,
East
real
Cleveland.
estate in general
But a
is
second
basically known
victim
as
saw
one giant
news
money
reports
laundering
that the
opportunity.
company had been sold to Phoenix
And,
investors,
$10 million.
not the defendants.
About
In
that?
August of 2021, the indictment states the Alzubair
Tied there to
brothers
East Cleveland,
attended a
making East
signing
Cleveland
ceremony
proud.
between their company and one of the victims at the
Googled
East
Cleveland,
Cleveland's
and the pictures
mayor's
that don't
office
look just
regarding Neela Park,
hilarious.
which was
I don't
attended
like-
by the
it's like a
East
picture of a
Cleveland mayor,
park and,
his
like,
chief of staff,
flowers
his law
and a nice
director,
little
and others.
pond and
The brothers
Hazarat Angel, is that what it's called over there at the Lakeview Cemetery?
The what?
Hazarat Angel is one of those.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
headstone.
Yes. hmm
But like
That's Cleveland Heights, though.
no, that's East Cleveland and Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
It's like right on the border there. I let them have it because they need something. But just the pictures, if you didn't know any better, until you got to go to like images and it's just like, here's the real East Cleveland. Like
Well, it's like this story that went viral last week.
it's our Detroit, our little mini Detroit.
The story went viral last week about this financial columnist for New York Magazine who got scammed out of $50,000. And she's making the rounds and she's like, it's so easy. I just want people to be aware of how easy it is. And I'm like, it can't be that easy. This woman now, I don't know what this does to your reputation when you're a financial columnist. And if you read any of the story, they're like, what are you doing? She like met a car and had a shoebox with 50 grand in it. And they told her she had to toss it in the window and she couldn't call anybody. A guy tells her he's a CIA agent. This is a grown woman. And her point when she's making the rounds on the morning shows and things is nobody thinks it could happen to them. And I certainly never thought it could happen to me. But even the smartest financial minds can be deceived. And I'm like, can they? I don't know anything about this woman. Apparently, she was lucky enough to have $50,000. Like if somebody came to me and said, hey, we need $50,000 in a shoebox, I'd be like, you're barking up the wrong tree, homie.
Well, I got you on the shoeboxes.
Yeah.
The shoeboxes, I got. The 50K, I'm going to need a minute.
I mean, basically, it took like repeated phone calls, apparently, from somebody who said they were with the CIA to make her think that she was under investigation for money laundering. And so they
don't call you, they come to your house.
They got her terrified to the point they were like, your assets are going to be frozen. And, they had a lot of information on her.
Freeze them.
But also, well, no, I mean, listen, if somebody calls, I get the initial blush of going, oh my God, what's happening here? But when it gets to the point of like, you can't tell anyone, it needs to be in a shoebox, we're going to drive by,
right,
and you throw it in the window. Dude.
Because I feel like the CIA watching me every time I do my taxes. I'm like, to the best
You
of
ain't
your...
making enough money for the CIA to be watching you over your taxes.
That's my release. I'm like, homie, if they're going to hit you up for $4,000, go ahead. Garnish my wages even more.
I mean, because you see these stories all the time, and I guess this story with this woman is supposed to underscore somehow this fact that if it could happen to me, a financial columnist could happen to anybody. Well, a financial columnist just means that ostensibly you know how those things work. It doesn't make you, I don't know. You read stories too about coerced confessions. If you watch a lot of true crime, you know about this, where they're like, if you hammer people hard enough, all kinds of people confess to things they didn't do because they just want the interrogation to be over.
Yes, under duress.
But I don't care how many times somebody told me I killed someone, and I'm sure everybody says this, so, what do I know? But I don't care how many times somebody told me I killed someone, they're not going to get me to believe that I killed someone. Because I didn't. I go, where's the evidence? I know people have been convicted over circumstantial, the justice system is a very strange situation. So but I don't know.
And how do you fight that as well? Like
I just have to think that there are some people who are more easily coerced than other people. It doesn't matter if you're a financial columnist. It doesn't matter if you're some genius in your respective area of expertise. I have to think there's a part of you, maybe it's prior trauma or something. Everybody's got something. I don't know. But you could have me in a room and tell me over and over again I killed somebody. You ain't going to get me to cop to it.
Well,
because I didn't kill someone.
But what they say is, we need you to take the fall for it. And if you're like, no, they'll be like, we'll kill your family. And then that's...
The cop tells me we're going to kill your family. I'm talking about these people who are coerced by the police. Because cops are just there to close the case. They have a ton of cases at once. You watch these true crime things where they show the interrogation room video.
Mm-hmm.
And the cop goes in there going, we know you did it. We know you did it. God, there's a documentary we watched a couple of weeks ago on Netflix called American Nightmare. You should watch American Nightmare. I didn't remember the story at all. I'm sure a lot of people might, but it's a wild story about this guy who goes, my girlfriend was kidnapped out of our house. We were both blindfolded. She was taken. They called it a real-life Gone Girl. Remember Gone Girl?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they called it the real-life Gone Girl because the girl is eventually released and everybody suspects her. I'm not going to give anything away, but where you think the story's going, it's not going that direction. It's completely bonkers. It's called American Nightmare. And they talk to the boyfriend, and they're like, these cops came in and said, it's always the boyfriend. Just admit you did it. He's like, I didn't do anything. I'm trying to find where my girlfriend is.
I was like, never help anybody, not even your girlfriend who goes missing.
Well, he wanted them to help. The guy's like, I thought when the cops came, they were going to help me figure it out, not tell me I killed her.
They're just trying to get a conviction.
And she wasn't even dead. Mm-hmm. They're like, we can't find her. So anyway. This financial columnist is making the round. I was scammed out of this money, and I don't want other people to fall prey to this, and blah, blah, blah.
It is deeply embarrassing. And I wanted to tell this story because there really is no stereotypical scam victim. And I know this from my own personal experience, obviously, but also the hundreds of emails that I've received from other people since this story came out. Other financial professionals, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're government employees.
By the way, being a doctor does not make you a financial expert.
Walks of life. Who this
you
happens
might be a high
to,
earner,
also
but for her to go, other financial experts like doctors hit me up. No, they might be medical experts. They're not financial experts. So yes, obviously, it's very embarrassing for this woman, but just the story as she tells it, under the auspices of, oh, this could happen to anyone, I go, no, it couldn't. She got a call. I mean, it is very complex, but she got in over her head. I don't know. She got a call from a woman who said she worked for Amazon. And the employee said that an Amazon account in this woman's name had just spent $8,000 on iPads and MacBooks. And the woman goes, well, obviously that wasn't me. And so then she was transferred to an investigator with Amazon. And then they weave their story. They tell their story, and they do the whole thing. Hello? My hotline's ringing. Hello?
Yes, this is the CIA.
Yes. Well, how can I help you?
Yes.
I'm doing a thing here.
Well, this is Agent Jeepers. And
I'm sorry, Agent Jeepers?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, Agent Jeepers. You have a problem with that?
No.
Well, you are under investigation for murder and tomfoolery and
murder and tomfoolery. Are those? Am I being charged concurrently for those, or?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Murder and tomfoolery. Well, I didn't. I've been guilty of a little tomfoolery. I'm sorry.
Oh, please. I'm the CIA. I'm Agent Jeepers.
Agent Jeepers of the CIA. I'm just taking contemporaneous notes here. So, okay.
Yeah. You definitely are going to get found guilty of that tomfoolery. I can tell you that just from the sound of your voice.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, Now we can smooth this all over.
Mm-hmm.
If you just give your co-host, Bill Squire, $50,000.
Wait, how do you know him?
We're the CIA. I'm Agent Jeepers. You think I don't know what's going on?
How would I do this? Because I certainly don't want to get a tomfoolery charge.
Or murder. Remember the murder, too?
Yeah, I don't want that either.
Because you did that murder, remember?
Yeah, I do remember that. Now that you mention it.
See? I knew you knew.
Yeah.
All right, so just now, cash. Do you have cash? Do you have $50,000 cash you can give
Do
them?
I have 50? No, I don't have $50,000 cash.
Well, can you just sign over your house or something?
You know what? I've got to go here. Can you call me later on?
The CIA?
You'll know. You know where to find me. You're the CIA.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I do.
Find me
All right,
later,
we'll be
okay?
there soon.
All right, thank you. Boy, I don't want to catch that tomfoolery charge, Poundcake. It's one thing to catch a body.
I think
Was
you
I
better
accused
pay
of
the man.
Was I accused of murdering someone named Thomas Foolery?
No, you
Because
were. From what I heard, you were accused of murder and tomfoolery.
Oh God! Yeah, where were you? I'm trying to get this guy
I had
off
to
my
step
back.
out for a second, so I need. But I heard that if you pay me $50,000 or sign over your house or something like that, then all the charges will be dropped. And you admitted to doing the murder. So
I'll talk to my wife. before I do it.
This Agent Jeepers sounds pretty serious.
Yeah, he's really Johnny on the spot there. But so anyway, so this woman that writes this financial column, she's like, "Oh, it got really complicated. They told me that my name was on a car rental and there were blood and drugs in the trunk."
Can't you just go to the police?
I'm like, dude, because they told her you can't tell anybody, you know.
No, I'm gonna go to the police.
She texted her husband, "I'm in deep shrimp." She was instructed to withdraw cash by a CIA agent. She notes throughout the piece her skepticism in her lengthy back and forth conversations. The man on the phone knew my home address, my social security number. So this is apparently where they got her, is they had so many details about her. But that's what scammers do.
This could be out there for a company that you used to work for or whatever. People steal that stuff all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I worry about that stuff for my mom. She'd be sending money to a TikTok monkey. I'm like, you have no idea who you're sending that money to. Sending gifts and stuff. I'm like, how do you know he actually gets it? Did he ever unbox?
I've been thinking about scamming your mom for so long. Just say he didn't actually die. Here's his TikTok. Send it to here at Venmo at Bill Squire.
But I also think, unless I'm reading this incorrectly, and I might be, I think it happened over 24 hours. It's not like they were stringing this woman along for a week because they don't.
Quick investigation ever. You know the government.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
To get stuff.
Yeah.
And the CIA loves.
They work very quickly.
They work very quickly, especially over the phone. They're always just we like to threaten arrests and stuff like that over the phone. We'll come get you.
Even when you owe taxes, you could do a payment plan. I'm like, Can I get a payment plan? I'll give you. You owe us $50. Can I give you $50 now?
But imagine you're a financial columnist, and now you got to go. You have to write about this because what else are you going to write about? Hey, she's not a financial advisor, obviously, but you work in that arena. I'm starting to realize I'm not uniquely fallible. This could happen to anyone. I guess you have to tell yourself that too. You have to say that. This could happen to anyone.
Did you see the latest bait email today?
Yes.
It was
about the time off?
Yeah. Your time off has been canceled. Well, I didn't ask for time off.
I wish they would stop doing that.
Because
we get an email that said, "Hey, your time off," but it was for mid-March.
Mm-hmm. It makes me laugh because I was like, "Ha! Time off?
Pay time off?"
Did you take the bait? I'm like, homie, y'all gonna have to try a little harder than that.
You better have a separate division for part-time employees.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take the bait?
Yeah, because I looked at it and I go, I don't even care if this is spam. I deleted it because it doesn't mean anything to me. But do we have to go through this? We have a division in this company. I'm sure all these companies do. Somebody's job to do these fishing expeditions. Who clicked on it? Don't do that. Well, then don't send them to me.
but it's not for us. It's for the people that keep clicking on them. That's why they keep doing them, because there's a lot of people that are still clicking on them. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I told them months ago that I was going to go to Tahiti.
In mid-March.
You go to Tahiti right now.
And in 2 days, it wasn't like this amount of days. It was one day and then another random day. Yeah, it was fishy right from the jump.
Well,
but I'm sure there's people that clicked on it.
Usually the email address gives it away. Because it
says external, too.
External, and also it'll say something like, what was the email address? timeoff@iheartmedia.com. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, that's not
a thing.
That's not a thing. No. Anyway, stop sending those to me. Well, maybe just keep sending them to the dummies who click.
Up your game is what I'm saying. I want to see if you can get me. And you haven't got me yet.
That's right. We've upped our game. Now up yours.
I want to see something on the level of, say, an Agent Jeepers. That was convincing, by the way.
Why is iHeartMedia emailing me about my murder/tomfoolery charge?
Like, I open mine up, and it's like, we're aware of your Grindr profile going public. Like, now we have some questions for you.
Right.
Like, oh, damn it, they got me. I got to see.
Yep. All this data companies have, and they can't micro-target you in that way.
Come on. It's like,
man, come on.
You are filthy, and we have some words for you. Click this link to review our response.